Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Welcome, welcome. I see we got a bunch of you in the chats. Eric, Gene, Thomas, Alan, Jason, Jeff, Devin, a bunch of styles. We got Ernie just hopping in saying good morning. Thank you guys for hopping on a Friday. Yeah, we got 10 minutes till the market opens. I'm going to quickly run through some of the trades. In my book, kind of again, nothing like A+. Now, I'm pretty picky when it comes to A+, but with that said, there's still some good trades out there. And that's pretty much a normal trading day. Like normal trading days are full of like A-, maybe some B's, B+ in there. And then your A+ tend to come, once a week or so. So looking at the charts, I think, I'll start with Open here. Open, everyone should be familiar with this run. This was in the middle towards end of July, just massive move with Wall Street bets. Open's back and it's getting some more momentum and it's crazy. So who knows? This could obviously way stronger than it should be. Maybe it's the next GME at this point. We're about to find out. It is a very large company. It does move rather slowly. But with that said, a couple of news items over the last couple of days. Anthony Pompo, I think his name's Anthony Pompo.
Yeah,
Is it Pompo?
Yeah,
on Twitter,
is it like Pompeo or something?
Maybe it's Pompeo. Yeah. Was originally a big Bitcoin advocate, but he's very big in the finance space on Twitter. He hopped in, bought some of this company. He's been tweeting about it since yesterday. Today, some news came out. The CEO, I think, stepping down, and they're looking for a new CEO, which usually is not a good thing, but maybe that's just what we need here to fuel the fire, because obviously Open had a really nice run yesterday, is running up. I think tough chase at this point because I do think you got some good resistance, especially if we get close to 4. But we'll see. And I say that because even if it's not a trade today, I think very likely there's going to be a good trade on this next week. So keep this one in mind. And then in terms of other stocks, we've got a bunch of gappers. A lot of them are earnings winners in the small cap space from PPSI, PMNT. I don't know if this is another earnings winner. We're just in earnings season, so we're getting a lot of these reporting earnings and popping up. As you know, like probably most of these aren't really going to do anything. We're trying to see what's the one that's going to run. I think PMNT, I'll let Bryce talk about this one more in a second, is probably the most likely to run. PPSI is not bad either. This one just popped up too, SRXH, on something to do with their canceling their shares. So obviously that means kind of a smaller float. And then X4 here. This is a really good runner. It was weird earlier this week. Got halted on this day because of news. News came out. Obviously was decent, so ran up. It just kind of been holding up really well. So I think over 325 or so. It had a weird dip pre-market, but literally on zero volume, so I just don't even care about it. But over 325, I think this could really start turning up. Could turn into what we like to call here a third-day surge and give us maybe a big push, potential breakout here today. And then last one, I know I went over a lot of stocks, so Bryce can fill in the details. But last one, this one's, again, kind of like iffy, but it's Paramount, like Paramount Plus. You've probably seen the commercials. They signed a massive deal on this day with the UFC to have, I believe, exclusive rights. UFC is obviously very, very popular. So went on a very big run. Yesterday went sideways, consolidating. And I think today, if we get over 15 and start trending up, that's the type of news that could potentially go viral again, trend over the weekend. It is a much larger company. So again, slower move. I wouldn't be expecting 100%. But if we can maybe get that buy around 15 and see it trend to 16, 17, that'd be a beautiful trade in my book. So definitely worth an eye that we're watching.
Yeah, I think a couple of things. If actually real quick, and I don't love the idea, but I think it's worth like putting out there. BSLK. I don't envision myself buying this, but if you go onto a 15-minute chart, we do have a pretty big gap fill, kind of that $12 area. Gap down today. It held yesterday pretty cleanly. Kind of tried to break down this morning, but held the first day's support. It would need to set up really well for me to want to long this. It's just, I think it's got a lot of resistance, but in the same breath, like $5 a share worth of upside potential, if it sets up with tight risk, isn't the worst thing in my book. So wanted to put that out there. I'm definitely keeping an eye on it. I would like to probably see it just kind of go sideways out of the gates. I imagine it's not going to be the easiest trade. So low odds, I take it. I want to go back to Open really quick. two things to note on this, at least just the way I see it real quick, is basically if this thing just pops right out of the gate, like into 4, I would not want to be chasing this. I think that likely is a better short indicator. However, if we kind of just hold sideways or we get a small pop, to 360 and then get our dip down to 340, 330, and we start curling, now I think we got some juice to maybe try a $4 break. So and this is kind of like my just general rule of thumb. If a stock just pops right out of the open, generally I'm not looking to buy it unless it sets up really well in a couple minutes after. I love the dips and then curl back through, because then you just trap shorts who are like, oh, the move's over. When you just get those straight up pops, you get a lot of longs trapped who are just buying as it goes up. So that's kind of my thought on open there. The harder it pops out of the gates, the less likely I am to be looking for it. X4, I mean, Matt, I think you kind of hit the nail on the head there. I think shorts got a little bit, probably, and I guess when you get a news pending halt, you're scared regardless of what side you're in on. But the fact that it hasn't really broken down since then, I think it's a really nice watch there through that like 320, 330 level. But I think you kind of hit the nail on the head there. I don't really have a whole lot else. PMNT, that was the other one that I this one just feels like one of those ones where it's going to want to try to break $1. I don't know why it feels like that, but it's a sub-dollar stock, getting a ton of volume. Set highs yesterday or this morning, I guess, really like 85 cents, and we're holding up near that level. I'm going to be keeping an eye on it. Again, I don't want to buy straight up spikes on this, but this does have that feel of like, I want to go to $1. What was the one yesterday? ONMD kind of did that yesterday. It just ran straight up to $1, rejected, and then held up a bit better. Really annoying mover, but it literally the same thing. Just this one's earnings and a little bit better of a gap. So anyways, that's kind of my watch. I would say my top watch out of the gates here is going to be open for that dip and rip idea. Neg, I know. Derek.
Comments in the chat, yeah. Go ahead.
I saw a bunch of Styles said it perfect. She said Neg and coffee. Well, I got coffee. We can talk about Neg. Listen, it's gapping down today. I don't want to short this. Who was it that released that short report yesterday? Not short report.
Scarelli is his last name. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like I feel like I've seen him on Twitter a couple of times. I don't really know much about him, but I think he shorts a lot of these.
Yeah, he's like remember what Citron Research kind of was back in the day?
Yes.
Very similar vibes there. Yeah.
Yeah. No, he's probably not wrong long term, but when you release a short statement and then put it on Twitter for everybody, like I feel like you almost know what you're doing at that point. You're trying
it's going to go higher, right?
You know it's going to go higher. Neg chases Bryce in his dreams.
Exactly.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, if nothing else, I'd like to be known as the Neg Man from here on out. That's what you guys can call me.
Yeah, Ruth, real quick, did you trade Wolf yesterday? We did, actually. The recording should be up. Go watch that first. You can skip to the market open and watch like the first 20, 30 minutes. But we did trade Wolf. We bought it, I can't remember my average, like roughly 740 or so. And I did not make it to the end of the day. Obviously, sick trends for anyone who was super patient. I sold most of it into this high day push here. So, but beautiful mover, no question. Wolf could continue, but again, like, it's a large company, already put in a big move. Large companies like that, it's hard for them to put in a sustained 2-day move. The first day, I think, was up like 70% or something. So that's massive. But again, if it rests, consolidates, definitely could continue higher. But I agree with Bryce. Kind of out of the gate open. Oh, VMAR. Yeah, they just did an offering. So that stock's totally dead.
Nice. A pre-market offering. They really care.
Yeah, open and a PMNT, I think, are the main two out of the gate. I also got Fig up here. I don't know if it's going to do anything, but they've got options on this available, and I love a good 0-day YOLO option. So I might be watching this breakdown under 76 to buy some puts. Fine.
We'll have fun with some puts today. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Like the range on this one, the last couple of days hasn't been great, but that breakdown's pretty obvious. So we will see. That might be my YOLO Friday trade. What I mean by that is like small size, Basically, you know, if you've ever bought options, risk to zero and hope you get a 5 or 10xer. Derek says Fig and Neg seems like I'm watching the same stream every day. Look, if you have one good stock, you're going to hear good traders say this all the time. I'm going to be quick. We have 20 seconds. Most of the time, good traders, like 80% of their months come from one or two single tickers. And then the day-to-day grind is, you know, might pad the wallet a little bit, but the big trades, they definitely come on one or two good tickers that are really good movers. So you get a good stock, focus on it.
Well said.
Agecraft big. A little soak there. Agecraft's a little OTC.
Just a little OTC.
Just little me. And let's take a look at these two. Open
Dipping out of the gates. That's not the worst thing. BSLK already getting a little bit of volume there. Nothing I can take, unfortunately, yet. I fear that this is just going to try to go straight up, unfortunately, which, if so, it is what it is. Open. Oh, I need to get view up on my chart. Yeah, I think that at this point, that 342 level on open is kind of my main area to watch.
Yeah, X4, I'm going to put alert like just a little over 3, so don't forget about it. See if we get a little Momo. And that'll be my alert to pay attention to it.
If when you got like no rush on charts, I know we're a little busy here, but the worst chart in the world, PAPL, that thing is somehow holding up around $5. I don't know how or why. I just saw that on my from a watch list. That is a weird looking chart. Looks like it wants to try to get someone. PMNT, a little dip in rip here. I did not take that. To be honest, I was distracted, but high daybreak there at 68 cents.
Yeah, this H-graph trying to push high day. A little OTC here.
Yeah, I know. OTC has kind of been heating up lately. Open. This feels like the dip that just don't stop dipping.
X4, barely any volume, but trying to pop. This PMNT, good little start here on that dip and rip style trade.
Yep.
Hopefully it doesn't go straight up on me. Hopefully it gives me like one more higher low. And then we get a trade on this one. PPSI. Oh, I already have that chart up. I was going to say that sounds familiar. Yeah, that one, same thing. Both these, I believe, are earnings winners. Yeah. I did buy some fig puts, so we're just rolling the dice there. It's like I'm at the craps table.
I did too.
Yeah,
You
like
know I
having
love the
20%
craps
chance
table.
of winning, but if you win, it might be a like a 5 or 10xer.
You know I love the craps table.
No, I know you do, Bryce. Yeah, so PMNT's main watch for me right now. Again, if it goes straight up, I'm probably gonna miss it, which sucks. But that be life. TVIC is halted up.
Whoa, no way.
That one I think got smacked
That was
pretty good.
that
I'm gonna say
bankruptcy
alert
thing
here
I
on
was
Peace
showing.
Guy. Save some space.
Wait, what's oh wait, which symbol?
TIVC.
I think that one's halted down.
Halted down. I was just reading a comment.
Oh, BLSK halted up. Oh, just about. I don't know if it's actually halted up. It's trying to.
Open. What a snapback.
Yeah, no, very nice snapback. PMNT, unfortunate. BSLK, that is that's what I was hoping for, and I did not take a position. Volume was just way too low on that one. Open. Oh, that's a kind of ugly fake high a day break there, if that's all that is. Oh, PMNT. If that's all that could do, that's ugly.
Yeah, a little harder of a dip than I was looking for there for sure.
Yeah, that's not the high or low I'm looking for. Open, I feel like really needs to hold that 320 level here, like that low day area. It's kind of a ugly fake high a day break out there. I could also see this being one that, like it just takes more time to set up because it's like a bigger company. One where shorts think they're right for the morning. Maybe it dips down closer to $3, you're near yesterday's close, and then kind of starts curling back around. That's a pretty substantial move over a 2-day period for this company. It went 230 to 370 this morning, just about 365. That's a big move.
Come on, Figgy. Little Figgy that could keep going. X4 is close. I do not like this volume, though. Oh, BLSK halted up, Bryce. Did you say that already?
That's what I was talking about. Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, just that's what I was looking for, but there really was no volume on that. Like, definitely a tough one to take. But I mean, it was a nice little breakout level there. No doubt about that.
Yeah, this one also, the volume's kind of.
Yeah.
Keep going, little Figgy.
I went max YOLO mode on Fig. Like I not in size, but it's either going to be a banger or it's just I'm going to lose $100. I bought a lot of some pretty deep out of the money puts.
How far did you go?
70.
Oh, you yeah, you went far.
I told you, max YOLO.
You went far. I bought the 75s.
No, smart. But I don't take a YOLO to not YOLO. I take a YOLO to truly live once. Open. This is feeling a lot like that gap up day on, or yeah, gapped up on the 22nd, like after the big $5 breakout, where it like really tried to put in new highs and it just kind of kept walking down. They kept trying to recover it, and eventually the thing was just grinding down. TIVC, after that unhalt down, if this thing comes back through VWAP, I don't think that's something I want to trade, but like that could get trappy. It could get trappy. I'm not saying it will, but
yeah, I want to see how explosive this BSLK can be here.
Yeah.
10 seconds.
What do we got? Oh yeah, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open. Oh, a 10-minute halt.
A little double halt on that one.
Ooh, interesting.
PMNT, I'm gonna throw another alert on this one too, because I don't really care unless we get back close to that 70 level.
Yeah, this is certainly feeling more like a dud, but it's not like it's breaking low a day, and it's not really breaking down either. So I would have expected a much harder slam through that level there.
Yeah, and this week's IPO news bullish. Guess I should short it.
What's that doing?
Getting smacked.
Well, why didn't I buy deep out? Why didn't I buy 70 puts on that one?
I don't even think this has options yet.
Oh, that's why.
Open holding lows, not giving up all hope on this thing.
Okay.
X4 over this high, man. I just don't know if I like the volume enough.
PSKY looks good. I just like, I don't know. There's something telling me about, there's something I feel like I'm going to just botch about that trade if I try it. Oh, wow. X4 is looking nice there. God, that volume does suck though.
The volume just sucks.
Yeah, I think right now, mainly just going to be waiting for BSLK to see kind of what that does here. X4, I mean, definitely got to keep an eye on it, I think, at this point. But
yeah, I'm watching X4 pretty close, but like we've said 10 times at this point, the volume here is just rough.
That's hard. Whoa.
Yeah, just straight up too.
Yeah. Maybe that's the one. Maybe that's the one that want. No, I don't think that's gonna try the dollar. Well, I mean, trust me, I could be wrong. 40 cents or 50 cents here is a lot of resistance though on the daily. So the more straight up it goes through here without trying to consolidate, like the less I really like it, just because then it's just Literally running into resistance.
Neg, your baby's dying.
Oh, what? No. Oh my gosh. I should have. What?
I wasn't even, yeah,
Neg, I love you so much.
We weren't even watching her.
My heart breaks. My heart breaks. Oh, you poor baby girl. We're gonna have to have a funeral for it.
I think PMNT, yeah, just I got an alert in case it comes back. X4. If just the volume was a bit better.
I might shed a tear, Matt. I just,
All right, we got 30 seconds left on that thing. See, this SRXH, like, yeah, great move. But where are you going to buy? We go over this every day. Where are you going to buy? It's gone straight up. That's the problem with that one. Sometimes it's just a no trade. Biggie little bounce here. I want to see some blood. All right, I'll be right back, Tuohey.
Have fun.
We'll what do you want me to leave up for?
Oh, BLSK, unhalted.
Oh boy.
Oh man, 950s. Come on. Hopefully this is just the start of something great. This little, oh yeah. Yeah, they soaked the 920s there. BSLK, yeah, unfortunately, I feel like the main move was missed by me, which is unfortunate. That $8.20 breakout was kind of the key there. But I mean, hey, I'm all open for this trying to go sideways. I'd love to see that. It just feels like they're just running this thing straight upwards. So
come on, little piggy that could. I want you red.
I want you down at 70.
X4.
I want to turn $100 into 5,000.
Man, this bullish was so weak, dude. That was the breakdown. It's like $8 a share. That's crazy. It's okay. Let's pull up a 1 minute. This thing is.
This is just strong, man. I really think I just unfortunately missed the main move. I don't think this wants to really consolidate. But I'm always open for trying to trap more people. So, man, SRXH.
Just straight up, man.
Straight up. Wow, 58, man. That's a really impressive move. But again, where are you going to buy? I will say, BSLK, that could be, it could be a little fake breakdown action there.
Yeah, we'll see. Just fill the halt gap there a little.
Yeah. It's real. I mean, it's got a lot of work to do. That's for sure. But, like it's if we can kind of hold this area and start curling back through highs, I think you just trap a lot of shorts who are like, that's it. That's all it's going.
Yeah, we don't really have a explosive runner today, so definitely this one's got some explosive runs all over it. Not like Bryce last night and
What?
his explosive runs.
Oh, Jesus. That one took me a little bit.
Big, come on, go to new lows. It's the only trade I've made, a little YOLO option. Do it for me.
My options personally still have not moved, so I will see you down at 70.
Open holding this like news candle low.
Yeah,
Again, that one might be a good dip and rip too.
No, it's definitely not breaking down like I would have expected it to.
I think the SPY's taking a bit of a tumble too. Not
yeah,
huge.
Okay, man.
But
I think they got shorts trapped. I think they got them wrangled, actually. All right, SRXH, this is going to be, I mean, this it's just kind of broke its literal straight up uptrend here. So this will be, I think, a pretty important level to be keeping an eye on here. Can we hold that dip, or can we hold this dip here? We're going to try to re-break through highs. What's the vibe here? What's the jam? I don't know.
PPSI, what was the one yesterday that did this? XPON? Reminds me a lot of XPON yesterday.
Oh, that thing. Yeah.
Again, just why trade the market on difficulty mode here? You know, big wicks, big range, upside down, you know.
It's like playing Guitar Hero on expert mode. There's really no reason. Who are you trying to impress?
Yeah. Well said.
Thank you.
Yeah. Open, I think, might give us a potential bounce over the 330. And BLSK, again, I wouldn't say better, but, you know, definitely wrangled some shorts, as Bryce likes to say, on this little dip there.
Wrangled, dangled, and maybe even tangled a few. Man, BSLK, this does look kind of fun. If this should kind of go sideways here, another couple of minutes, like the spread is pretty gnarly. So I mean, it's not my favorite thing, but like 990 break right there. Don't look bad. Open. This is a nice little recovery. Notice we had like 3 fake low a day breaks, right? Like that just probably got shorts pretty comfortable. Probably are like, oh, it's done. Now we're just setting a pretty massive wick to the downside here. So definitely curious to see what this could look like. BSLK trying to break out here. Yeah, unfortunately, I think BSLK is just going to be one that I have to watch. I feel like it should have tried to go there and it didn't. Maybe it needs to try to break that $10 area better, but it's feeling a little bit weak for what I would imagine has a lot of shorts trapped in it. Okay. Man, see.
Yeah, we just got to keep in mind, the multi-day. My glass ceiling, if you will, is close to 14 here.
Yeah, I think we got levels between 12 and 14 for sure.
Right.
But I mean, that's the thing. We're $2 away from like the first kind of real major level,
I agree. Definitely's got the room to run.
Yeah, that's why I'm surprised it's like not able to try harder. It's not even getting that much volume on this high day breakout attempt. SRXH holding up very well. Yeah. Nice. Man, maybe this is the one that wants to try to go to $1. BSLK, a little bit stronger there. Still not a ton of volume, but holding that breakout level pretty well now. Wow, look at that volume candle, SRXH.
Dang.
That is crazy volume on that high day break, but starting to fail.
I don't really love the news there on that SRXH.
I don't even know what the news is.
They just like canceled some shares, I think.
Oh.
Open, good hold.
Very good hold. Yeah. Definitely a little bit choppier than I prefer, but I mean, no denying it's holding quite nicely. SRXH, I wish there was like a better trade on this. It literally has just gone up.
I know. I feel that.
I guess you could have maybe tried to buy like that 55-cent area, but I don't know. But I mean, it's not, it's putting in a lot of volume and it's still going higher. Yeah, there we go. That's a nice move. I just wish it was easier.
Trying to decide if I want to take this open trade or not.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't know.
Maybe through 340. I just don't know if I love that average.
I don't love the average, and I don't love the action on it either. Like, it's really just kind of struggling to get momentum in either direction. Feels very sideways at this point. I would have, I mean, yeah, I really, the 340s break is the only spot. But again, like now my risk is low a day.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's what I've been doing the math in my head, trying to figure out here.
I don't do math. I just try to figure it out.
This PPSI is still same thing, just super wakey, super challenging.
BSLK, maybe a little fake breakdown there. That's a little fake breakdown through VWAP. Ooh, I think so. I think so.
Yeah, no trade for me on open yet. I'm just kind of watching Fig float around. I wish it would just die, but it's not. So yeah, see PPSI. Here's another one. Hard. Why play on difficulty? BLSK is pushing, baby. Maybe
Yeah,
we'll get a little
no, that's nice. SRXH failed. What I don't love about, I mean, I'll definitely be keeping an eye on it for, again, some kind of consolidation, but like all that volume it traded, and it really couldn't move that much. It like actually moved more earlier on lower volume than it was moving there on pretty high volume. Now that could be good if we set up for like an actual good breakout, but BSLK honestly got pretty tough to trade. The easy trade was like definitely that 820 level. Now it's just like you could buy a high day breakout, but you're barely up on it right now. Oh, BSLK, that's getting swipey.
BSLK. I got out my fig puts, Bryce. Small loser.
Congratulations. Did you win?
No, small loser.
Oh. I'm accepting my max loss on this one. Mainly because I don't have a bid to get out into.
Yeah, Fig just held a little too well. You know, at this point, I was expecting it to kind of just roll over, and it didn't. So when it perked, it just got out. Moving on in my life, BLSK open, both still in play though.
SRXH, I mean, I'm definitely keeping a close eye on it now. Because I think if we do try to break out over this this high now here, now we've got a little bit of juice behind it just with all that volume it traded.
Ethereum had a bit of a slip, and with that, BMNR fell off a cliff there too.
You'll need to install the health app first.
Oh, Siri's talking to me.
Matt, come on, you got to install the health app, man.
Just looking
Do
out
that first before you take a trade, so you can measure your heart rate.
All right, open. We might be dipping ripping here.
Yeah, nope. No, this is looking better. I think 340 is undoubtedly that level at this point.
Oh. It's just a crazy walk up.
Which one?
SRXH, man.
No, I did not take that, but it's not setting up long enough for me, really. But I mean, incredibly impressive.
Yeah, like literally just not even sideways, no dips, straight up.
No.
PPSI feels like one of the ones, honestly, it's going to go like swipe, slam. We'll see, though. It's trading pretty good volume. It's just like soup. It's definitely like controlled. Feels controlled.
Wow, 72 SRXH.
That's what I'm saying. Just walking, dude. Making it.
Yeah, that sucks. Like, I wish that set up better.
Yep.
But as my mom told me, you can't always get what you want.
Yeah, we're going to talk about Trade Funder here in a second. But Zen Trader's got a comment saying, Trade Funder says up to 80%. What does that mean? Can they pay out less? No, you start at 80%, right? So again, say you make $1,000, you want to withdraw it, you get 800. But what they do is there are better profit splits. So like once you prove that consistency, not only will they potentially give you a bigger account to trade with, but they will then also increase your profit split too. And I know some people get up to 90% on that profit split. But again, you got to get your foot in the door, get that starter account, prove a little consistency, and then you're going to get started there.
Oof, BSLK.
Big volume. Well, relative. Decent volume and not much movement for sure on that one. Open still in play for me.
Yeah, no, it hasn't broke down. It hasn't. It's not doing bad.
The volume on RXH just insanity.
It doesn't stop. It's just trading that level of volume every minute now.
Man, did you see the strike yesterday, Bryce? Fly.
Yeah, I did. That was a crazy one.
They're just hammering this thing lower.
That was like a Chinese scam pump and dump, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
From 7 to 32 after hours, back to 7, now down to sub 5.
Nuts.
I think CUPR is another one. Yeah, did almost the same thing yesterday. 9 to 36, back to 9. Now halted down.
BSLK, kind of a moment of truth here, I think. Can we consolidate in your VWAP and set up for a secondary move higher, or was that just kind of a fake high day breakout? Couldn't really get any momentum, and is that the end of the greatness?
Some bloody ones today, though. TVIC, that one got smacked. What was
Neg.
the other one? PMNT got smacked. Neg got smacked. Smack. TVIC is like a perpetual turd, though. Like, run, die. If only there were signs.
If only there was a daily chart you could look at to see if it tends to do something like that.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, bit of a slow Friday after a busy week here. Hit me with some questions.
Yeah. Let's do a little bit of Q&A. We could talk about Trade Funder, of course, here as we'll do in just a minute. But let's have some Friday fun Q&A. If you got questions about Trade Funder, obviously ask them. Any questions? Have some fun with it. We don't call it Freaky Friday for nothing. I don't really know.
Yeah, Jara, good to see you. Says Matt, can't you make like $2,500 in one trade with Trade Funder since you have $100,000 in buying power? Yeah, you can make more than that. Yeah, that is definitely possible for sure. I wouldn't say go all in and try to do that, but for sure possible. I'm scrolling through all the questions here.
Yeah.
Good question from Xavier. Is swing trading allowed or just or extended hours trading? So swing trading, no, it is just day trading accounts. But you can trade extended hours pre-market.
Pre-market, right? Yep.
You can start trading at 4 a.m. if you want to. That's Eastern time.
They do a 4 to 4. That's 12 hours of trading, which that's honestly something we don't even talk about much. The 4 a.m. trading is awesome that you're able to do that. There are not many brokers where you can do that. So that is a really cool advantage that you're not going to find at really any broker. Like E-Trade, Webull, I don't know. I don't think they allow 4 a.m. trading. Most of them. I know no broker I used to use did. A lot of them are 7 in the best case scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Richard says, I'm thinking about, I'll post this and I'll grab the link for you, Richard. We're going to talk about it right now. He says, I'm thinking about going all in on Trade Funder. Can you post the link again? I have a paper account for 2 weeks. Got 4 green days this week, buying higher amounts, scalping. Can you post the link? Yes. In fact, Bryce, for those new people here, what is Trade Funder?
Yeah, guys, if you're brand new here and you're like, what are they talking about with Trade Funder? Guys, this is a really cool opportunity. It's a funded trading account. So you get $25,000 of, $25,000 account with $100,000 of buying power. But the cool part is that you actually get access to this with our discount code for $800 plus a $99 platform fee. If you just go over to their website, which if you want to spend more money, like you're more than welcome to do, but it's $1,400 plus the $99 platform fee. So we're getting like a $600 discount for you here. Now, this is going to allow you to basically trade just about every single stock out there. They do have volume requirements, so it's got to be stocks that are liquid. You can't trade a stock that's traded 10,000 shares on the day. But with that $25,000 account, you also get access to $100,000 worth of buying power, like margin. That can't all be put into one ticker. You have a max of $25,000 per individual ticker, which, truth be told, I think is more than enough. But this allows you to get over the PDT rules. So for those of you guys used to trading with smaller accounts, for those of you guys who are seeing these big traders posting big gains, and you're like, how are they doing this? Well, they're not using a $2,000 account. They're using larger accounts here. I think one of the biggest advantages, and I say this every day, I know some folks are going to be like, you sound like a broken record, Bryce, but listen, I did not know what I was doing wrong until I had the opportunity to trade more actively. Like until I was able to take more frequent trades. When you're only taking like 2 or 3 trades a week, you don't really know the mistakes that you're making. It's pretty hard to see like in real time, where am I messing up? Where am I doing well? Because I love the quote. It's not hard to make money. It's hard to keep it. So like you got to figure out what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong here. And with a bigger account, you have access to be able to take more frequent trades. As Matt said, you don't need to go risk your entire account on one trade either. Like you can still trade small. And we get asked this all the time. Do I have to trade every day? No, right? Even though Trade Funder is partnered with T3, which is like one of the biggest prop firms in the country, they don't necessarily need you to trade. They don't really care if you trade every day. You can trade as frequently or as little as you want. They just want you to win because they're actually going to get a profit split with you. It's going to be that 80-20 profit split. And as you prove consistency, as you prove you're a good trader, they'll actually reach out to you after you make $15,000 in profit and say, hey, do you maybe you want to get access to a bigger account that's going to come with better profit split. It's going to come with more money to trade with. That's the goal for everyone here. That link, Matt, have you dropped that in the chat here?
I did. I can drop it again. It's I think it only shows up on YouTube. So if you're on Twitter, hop over to YouTube. It should be in the description as well. Click it because that's your discount code, right?
Yeah.
As Bryce mentioned, $600 off because of this partnership with Stocks Trade. Why? Because, they know Stocks Trade does great education. They've got cool YouTube videos like this. And the odds of finding a successful trader here, it's going to be much better than some hobo on the street. Because of the education. So they are looking for successful traders and they're willing to give you a chance. So go take a look, use that link and review everything. And it takes like 90 seconds to get started. I saw Richard said, I'm going to be joining as soon as you guys hop off today. Yeah, that's awesome. And get ready for Monday. Honestly, it's so fast to sign up. And once they approve you, they do it super quick. You could probably even trade today if a good trade sets up here this afternoon.
Absolutely. Yeah, Matt, did I miss anything here that you want to go over? If we can
No, a couple people are asking about commissions. And look, the fact is I pay commissions. Bryce pays commissions. Someone's going to say there's commission-free brokers. Yeah, you got to pick and choose your battles here. Commission-free brokers, your fills are going to suck. You might not get filled all the time.
Certainly can't trade at 4 a.m.
Can't trade at 4 a.m. On top of that, maybe with your commission-free broker at Robinhood, you only have $2,000 in your account, which is cool. But, you got $2,000 versus a fully funded trading account you can trade every day. So pick and choose your battles. And ultimately that's a decision up to you on what makes the most sense. Someone says, is there a mobile app? I believe there is a mobile app. I personally have not used it. I just use the web platform, keep it simple. But I've been told, yes, there's a mobile app. Sweet. Right.
SRXH,
said it perfectly here, saying, let's not forget commission-free brokers aren't handing you $25,000. Exactly. Now, is it for everybody? No. I mean, it's the honest answer. I'm giving you this opportunity. Bryce's Stocks Trade Trade Funder. See if it's a good fit for you because, there's really two paths forward, as we said. You can go open up your own accounts. That's fine. Go do that. It sucks. Trust me. Bryce and I can tell you about that and how much it sucks because it took us forever to get to the $25,000 mark. Or you can kind of jumpstart your trading and you've got the risk management in place. Your downside here, right? If you go fund an account with $5,000, you mess up, you could lose all of your $5,000.
Actually, if you use margin, you could lose more.
Yeah, if you mess up real badly, you could. But here, your max loss. It's only that $800, which is crazy because they're actually willing to let you lose a little bit more than that initial account. And you can start withdrawing your profits once you get to that $1,250 number. And I said this yesterday, and I'll say it again. If my strategy here would be pretty simple. I would go out there and I'd say, you know what? I'm going to get my money back as quickly as possible. I'm going to make my, follow the rules, make $1,250, and then it's, I don't want to say free money, but it definitely feels like it. You got an account where you could trade with, and hopefully you go out there and you just kill it.
That's the goal. Yeah, 100%. And that's why we're here with you. This is why we're here with you every day. Again, we've done this partnership, Trade Funder and Stocks to Trade, because this is what we do. We work with traders every single day. And so getting to go live and kind of share with our thought process with you guys. Hopefully it's been helpful. I know a lot of folks have been reaching out and saying, thanks for doing this. This has been, I saw some trader in here literally the other day saying that they've been green just about every day this month because of getting to join these live streams. That's super cool. Right. So yeah, learn from it. I mean, this is why we're here with Trade Funder, and you guys are going to be seeing literally the best plays of the day every day with us here. So it's a really, again, I wish me and Matt had I can't speak for you, but I know you've said this. So I guess I can speak for you. I wish we had this opportunity when we were just getting started. Matt and I were literally sitting side by side with these tiny little accounts being like, how do we make $5,000 in a day? And we're trading with like $2,000. So, yeah, it wasn't easy.
Yeah. Wesley says here, hands down, the best thing anyone can do to get started. I would be inclined to agree, man. Absolutely. So that link is there. And I know it's a Friday. I know the stream was a bit slower than usual, but go take a look. Go over there, click it, review. As I said, I think it's a great starting point, or even a secondary account, that you can go and you can use. So,
yeah, I mean, we got a couple of minutes for some questions here. If you guys have anything that you want to ask, anything you're curious about, but again, Trade Funder related questions, I can almost guarantee you that your question will be answered by clicking the link. they've got everything spelled out there. But that said, if you any questions, please hit us.
Absolutely. And their support's great too. So if you ever have any problems, and I know some people, just maybe set up problems, whatever, simple stuff, reach out to the support. They're very, very helpful, and they can help you get started pretty quick.
Yeah.
Someone says, are the fills good on Trade Funder? Yeah, they're super good, actually. Almost instant.
Yeah, they're some of the best fills I've had personally.
And as Joey says, very bummed last day E-Trade Pro. Yeah, man, it sucks because I loved E-Trade Pro. I used it for a while. And obviously now it's going away, so maybe a good alternative here.
Absolutely.
Well, folks, that's all I got today.
Yeah, that's all I got too.
Take advantage of this weekend. Go out there, see if a Trade Funder account's good for you. Get started. Make the most out of it, This week there's been a lot of, higher dollar stock trades, $50, $100 stocks. They've been great trades, but again, if you got the small account, it does make it very challenging. So,
I mean, even BSLK, that's like, it's a $10 stock, but if you have a $2,000 account, if you want to max your account out, you buy 200 shares. Like with Trade Funder, that's even at their kind of max amount, you could still buy 2,000, 2,500 shares of that thing. I mean, potential. We were talking about that thing at $8. That's a potential for a $10,000 trade. Now, again, I would not want to see a brand new trader just maxing out. But anyone who's experienced with risk management and, is comfortable with a position like that, what an opportunity. What an amazing opportunity.
Well said.
Yeah.
Well, again, appreciate you guys being here. Thanks for hopping on a Friday. We'll be back at it again next week. You got some homework to do. Go see if trade funders get fit.
Guys, we'll catch you back here next week.
Cheers, guys.
Bye.